In a brief speech, Olive Sampson, the Chief Executive Officer CEO of the International Decade of People of African Descent Assembly Guyana, noted that August 31 is a day set aside annually to recognize the contributions made by people of African descent around the world and to address the issues they still face.
This event is also in alignment with the goals of the International Decade for People of African Descent of recognition, justice, and development. IDPADA-G, with its extensive experience supporting this decade, is committed to promoting cultural pride, unity, and justice.
The well-publicized book Blood on the River explores Dutch records from British and Dutch archives and advocates for a more widespread acknowledgement of its heroes and the legacies.
Not only because it provides us with incredibly important information about your history in Guyana, but it also provides really unique insight into the politics and the intellectual history of the enslaved in the African diaspora.
The early history of Berbice within the context of Dutch colonialism was covered in detail by Professor Kars. In her presentation, she traced its origin to the late 1500s.
The Dutch obtained captives from West Africa and forced them to grow initially tobacco, which was a native crop, followed by sugar, cocoa, and cotton, and eventually coffee.
She emphasized the importance of not only celebrating figures like Kofi and his fellow leaders, but also acknowledging the contributions of the numerous unnamed men and women who participated in the rebellion.
I propose that we also celebrate as heroes the untold men and women, some of them your ancestors, who may have participated only reluctantly or not at all because they were after a different kind of freedom and self-mastery.
While encouraging a wider acknowledgement of the heroes of the Berbice Revolution and its ongoing influence, Professor Kars encouraged the audience to have a greater understanding of the sacrifices made by the notable leaders, as well as the common people who contributed to the revolt, and the rich history of resistance and resiliency that influenced the Caribbean and beyond. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.